What's up fam, Rahim here and welcome to another Friday episode. Now I'm excited actually to share with you guys what's going on with my life, but it has got nothing to do with drones, RC cars, camera gear or whatsoever, alright? So I'll leave that to the end of the episode, but right now what I want to share with you is how to de-squeeze anamorphic footage. Now anamorphic footage is not for everyone, alright? Meaning that it is very costly to actually buy a lens that is anamorphic. So some of us, like myself, right, have resorted to anamorphic adapter lenses. Okay, what that means is that on your existing lens, you can just put on an anamorphic filter or glass, so-called, right? So what I'm talking about is like 2 weeks ago, I mentioned to you that, was it 2 episodes ago? Few episodes ago, I shared with you that Freewell has released anamorphic lens adapters for your Mini 3, and so I've taken them, flown my drone in Australia, captured some nice shots, but the thing here is it captures more of the image in a very weird aspect ratio, right? And so in order for you to view the image properly, right, I'll show you this image which is actually anamorphic. You'll need to de-squeeze the image. So how you're gonna do that is what I'm gonna guide you through in today's episode. Okay, disclaimer, pro shooters may or may not be going through this path, right? Because your work process is different, but this is for the average Joe, just like me, who wants to toy around with anamorphic footage and you don't have the capacity to go and get yourself an anamorphic lens or a big cinematic camera. Okay, I think I talk longer now than how the actual tip is gonna be. So let's get to it. Let's get into Final Cut Pro and I'll show you how I de-squeeze an anamorphic footage. Okay, so we're now in Final Cut Pro. I already have the sample footage dropped into the timeline. So the thing here about anamorphic footage is that it may not be viewable, or should I say it looks a bit weird to view in a 16:9 perspective, right? Okay, I'll just show you a big screen, right? It looks okay, alright, but the most obvious one is that the car in itself looks very fat, right? Very stretched, right? So the perspective is a bit weird. So what you'll need to do is actually de-squeeze this image. And how you're gonna do that is very simple actually. Whatever your anamorphic lens is, right? Be it if it states there it is squeezed by 1.33 2 times, or like for my lens which is on the Mini 3, it is by a 1.19. So what I will have to do is you'll need to do some maths. Take note of this Y scale, right? So I will actually take 100% and then divide it by 1.19. That's gonna give me 84.03. So I'll just input that number, 84.03, right? So the moment I click enter, what you're gonna see is that this image will be squeezed top and bottom, right? That introduces black bars top and bottom, and that is where we're getting this anamorphic look kind of footage, right? So let's just play that in full. The vehicle, the car, actually looks correct. It's not stretched, it doesn't look fat, it just looks normal, right? So we'll try that with a different scene. You can actually just do it on one scene and then copy paste to another scene. Hey guys, welcome back. Yes, it is truly that easy to de-squeeze an anamorphic footage, right? Some guys were totally thrown off, like, right, got this type of anamorphic filter set for the Mini 3 also. I think I won't buy because I don't want to deal with it. So for myself, I feel it's like my chance to have a taste of dealing with anamorphic footage versus like having to set up a cinematic camera and with a anamorphic lens, which is gonna cost me thousands of dollars. This is just a small cost, right? Just having anamorphic lens adapters, I can play around with having the anamorphic look in my episodes. So for the anamorphic lens for the Mini 3, it comes as a set together with wide angle and also some ND filters, right, made to fit. Now these are by Freewell. You can I'll put a link in the description, you can go and check it out, right? So now I'm gonna actually move on to what was the thing that I told you guys I was really excited about, is that I recently watched The Minimalist. Alright, I've watched it before, but I kinda needed to watch it again. And the thing here is, my takeaway from that show, it's on Netflix by the way, is not about having minimal stuff. It's actually about focusing, right? Not having all the stuff in the world, but instead have purposeful items. Now Rahim here is a very messy person. He wants everything. Whatever he can afford, he's gonna get everything, right? And okay, I'll just bring you around the house. Okay, short intro. I live in a small 2-bedroom apartment, which is enough for my wife and I, but I am the fault of having too much stuff, alright? My stuff is all over the house. You already can see I have just way too many drones, RC stuff, okay, taking up one corner. In front of my desk is a lot of stuff. Store is full, RC stuff here and here. The entrance is here, and there's always just loads of stuff welcoming me when I get home. So this is actually very embarrassing for me to share with you guys, but I'm actually at the same time excited because just yesterday and few days back I've been pushing some of this stuff, selling it off, right, on a platform called Carousel. It's a local Singapore platform. So I'm surprised that there's actually people interested in grabbing them. Maybe it's just the timing, it's like end of the year, people just got their pay and bonuses, right? But the thing that is making me even more excited is that I think I found my New Year's resolution, right? I've never been really a person to care about resolutions, but or maybe I don't really fulfill it, but this year is just a bit different. Now I kinda am on this path, so I'll keep on going. So what is my resolution probably for next year is that I want to be better, right? Minimalism, not about being like having very little stuff, but I just want to have stuff that matter, and for the things that I've already had love with and given love, or the items have given me back love, it's time to let go, right? If I have no longer any use of it, time to let go. It's kinda like a declouding of my mind, because I sometimes find that all this stuff is just a lot of focus. It takes a lot of focus away from my mind, right? So I wanna focus in on the stuff that matter, and yeah, slowly but surely I hope to reduce all these items that I have, right? Minimalism in a way, right? So yeah, just wanted to share with you guys. Probably this is also a push factor, not the driving factor, but just a bit of a push to keep me motivated, because since now I've shared it with you guys, I want to keep it up, and probably along the way I'll bring you through the journey. So that's just a bit about that. Hope to see an improvement of this space to look more like a living room. And also my kitchen has so much stuff, also still my stuff, right? So alright guys, anyways, I just wanted to share with you some things about that. I know there's still a lot about the DJI O3 things going on. I still don't have answers to some of the questions. Never mind, leave that to future episodes. Next week, I'm gonna start with tutorials, right? Tutorials for the DJI Avatar. So stay tuned. Now it's a TGIF. Go meet up with your friends, family, and loved ones. And guys, it's been nice chatting with you. With that, I'll see you in the skies. Peace.